You are now listening to The Mayor's Office, where your hosts Adriel and the Mayor talk about sports, music, life, and everything in between. Let's get started.
Yeah, they can smell that through the screen.
They can smell this cup through the screen. I am drinking a very domesticated drink. It's not anything too serious. It's coffee in my cup. I don't drink on air. You feel me? For all you kids out there.
I think you've already drank on air before.
Probably did at the old
yeah, I was
studio.
gonna say at the extra spot.
Yo, I don't have my computer again today just because I'm going to a staff get together. So I didn't want to walk around with my
travel
computer.
light.
Exactly. How you feeling, bro?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Honestly.
Life's good?
Yeah. Listen, I met someone who also watches or used to watch a JBP. And I was like, now when you meet people who like used to watch stuff that you used to be into, it's like a holy grail, you know? Like if I met someone who listens to Chitty Bang, I would be like, oh my gosh.
It's like a hidden cult. Like,
exactly.
I feel that.
It's good to know there's good people out there.
Man, life is good. The energy's high. Me and Adriel were cracking jokes with Chris at 1990 studio right before we started the podcast. And I want to give a shout out to everybody that's listening. I want to give a shout out to all our listeners, every size, every color, every creed, every gender.
Body positivity.
And I said every color because last episode, the light skins were coming from my neck. I had my Timbits take and they were coming for my neck. The light skins said we're not emotional.
It's so unlike
but they were angry when they said it.
So you're saying that the light skins were upset about something you said. That's so unlike that. I never would have thought that light skins.
There you go. So the LSC contacted me, the light skin committee.
I'm crying.
And they had a formal complaint. So all of my light skin friends, they threatened to unfollow me on social media. So I sincerely apologize from the dark skin community.
You know what? Listen, I guess that's a step of progress. At least they didn't just unfollow you first.
Yeah,
that would have been the
that would have shown the emotional side. You feel me?
They're not doing a good job of disproving that, but you know,
here we are. But yes, you are now tuned into listening, watching, experiencing, because this is an experience.
Yes, the
Mayor's Office podcast, and we're on episode 16, folks.
Crazy.
How you feeling?
Man, we're on our way to 200. Like, we're just going all the way. We're zooming past.
There you go.
It feels like it was decades ago that we were at episode 1. Like, honestly, it's like it seems like we're just flying through these.
I think it's the every 2 weeks thing. I get that happiness, that appreciation for every time we record. You feel me?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that newfound energy. But for you guys listening, my name is Ralph, aka the Mayor, aka the Last Airbender, aka Peso Poppy.
I'm not making that sound.
No,
We gotta get a drop of that. A proper drop. Not me saying it. Like,
I'm gonna work with Chris. Chris can get that done. I have faith in Chris.
Yeah. We need the actual drop. Support Adriel Smiley, Adriel Smiley Official, AdrielSmiley.com, aka The Godfather. Episode 16. We want to start with a happy belated Juneteenth.
Ooh,
because we weren't potted at that time before. Yes. So
we don't get a lot of holidays as Black people. Well, we don't really get it in Canada. Juneteenth's not really a Canadian thing.
You can't even count that one.
Yeah, I actually get Juneteenth off because my company's American.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was celebrating with my American peoples over there.
On Zoom?
On Zoom, yeah, you feel me? But yeah, big ups to Juneteenth. One of the good things that Trump did during his presidency, you know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah, it's crazy that we just don't have that kind of holiday at all in Canada. Like, to me, like, Black History Month being the shortest month is already beef, of course.
For sure.
But give us like every Friday off in February. Like February Fridays off, something like that. Got the alliteration there.
For Black people.
So
how do you disattain like a white man getting a Friday off during Black History Month?
Nah, but here's the thing, like,
if I see a white man off in Black History Month, it's issues.
It can't be.
Chris is laughing, but
no, listen. It can't be.
Chris, if you work on a Friday during Black History Month, I'll be very happy.
We're open 7 days a week.
Okay, there you go.
You hope that he works. They can have other days off, but not a Friday.
Okay.
Fridays is reserved for the Blacks, and then on top of it, we had to have some kind of screening process. We don't want any Rachel Dolezals going on. And
where is Rachel?
You know what I'm saying? No transracial out here. So
transracial.
You have to apply 6 months before.
Yo, she had the world fooled, man. That is a white woman, bro. That's crazy.
Honestly, I have like an ounce of respect for her because being black is just so fantastic.
Yeah.
And she definitely felt that same way that she wanted to live that life. And that probably has to be one of the few times someone has done that.
She did it for a long time. So shout out to Rachel, wherever you are.
Yeah, for sure. So big shout out to Rachel. You had this one in the notes that I thought was interesting. And I want you to name names, but I know you're not going to.
Tell me, what is it?
Friends that send garbage memes.
Oh, I'm going to be honest with you. Everybody has a friend that sends terrible memes, like trash. And I know myself as not one of those people.
Okay, for sure.
All my memes and TikToks are top quality. I run it through the ringer, the process.
Okay.
But I have friends that send me some terrible shit. Shit I've never laughed at before. You guys gotta stop. It's a pandemic out there. Stop sending me garbage memes, please.
When you get the bad memes from someone, you always wonder, like, what's your algorithm like? You know, like this is one of the funnier ones on your algorithm. You sent to me.
Yeah.
And then also, like, me, I'm all about bullying, canceling.
Yeah.
So I like the memes that are just like, it's a little bit disrespectful.
Yeah.
But that's what makes it hilarious. If I can't send you one of those, then we can't rock.
Let me tell you something. Everybody that sent me a trash meme, GIF, Instagram post that's supposed to be funny, they're all first generation immigrants. I don't know the correlation, but that's exactly what it is. If you know who you are, just please stop sending me those memes. They're pretty terrible.
Are they getting their memes off WhatsApp?
Yeah, that's the thing. So they'll send memes that like my mom would send me, like those type of memes. Like I don't like that low quality shit. Give me the good stuff, bro.
Yeah,
I need a laugh.
Yeah, the bad memes is like, because here's the thing, like it's low hanging fruit, you know.
Yeah,
it's even if you're gonna show a meme I haven't seen before, you know.
Yeah.
I'm serious in this meme game. I'm finding memes all the time. So you send me something I haven't seen before is already like the first level. It being funny is like just a plus, you know.
Mm-hmm.
If it's something that I haven't seen before and is not funny, it's a reason why we haven't seen it. So keep it to yourself.
Have you ever gotten those memes, those shitty memes that are like months and months ago you already saw it, but then they're just sending it to you like it's fresh, so you have to do the fake laugh?
A new Chris Rock meme.
Yo, I have overused the laughing emoji so many times, and I wasn't laughing, bro. I've said LOL, and I have not laughed out loud, not a peep.
No, you just gotta like it. Now it's simple. You just like it. That's enough.
Yeah,
you know?
I feel that. Yeah. But yo, guys, I need a moment of silence. Mm-hmm. A celebratory silence. My guy, Adriel Smiley, hit us with the graduation. Let's get a round of applause for this guy right now.
Honestly, it feels like I'm the first person to ever graduate, the way some people have been reacting. I'm enjoying the love, but my DMs were crazy that day. I had no idea it would be like...
Rightfully so, man. That's a big accomplishment, man.
Now, my mom was amped. They did it quick, which was blessed. Here's the thing. I was trying to show love to everyone on graduation day. That was my rule. I was like, if I didn't rock with you heavy...
Yeah.
I'm not going to be embarrassed. I'll scream. No problem. No problem. There was one person, I'm not going to name names, who I didn't know that well. I just know them because we worked together at one point. Like I didn't even really know them as a student at Ryerson.
Yeah.
They go up, me, wow!
Going crazy.
Just me. No one from her class, anyone else.
Just you.
And I barely know Shorty.
It's celebrity status.
I barely know Shorty.
Yeah.
And I'm there. I'm like, damn, I'm screaming for the wrong people, but it was good. I tried to give everyone some love, you know, because
you actually reposted me shouting you out. I didn't think you were gonna do it. I thought you were just gonna give me the basic double tap like. Yeah. So I appreciate you, fam.
Love always.
But yeah, you guys, I saw you and your brother. You guys took some dope pictures. So I'm assuming like the whole family was out there for you.
Yeah. So I didn't know my brothers were there. I saw my mom and my dad in the crowd as we're like walking up the procession.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, maybe they're late, whatever.
Of course.
As I'm crossing the stage, I just hear two niggas going ham. All that.
And throwing up the gang signs?
Everything. So there's a video of me walking across. I don't know if I posted it, but I see me throwing up gang signs at the end of my walk.
Oh, man. You know, the dean was like, oh, we got to get this Negro out of here.
Listen, I was the first and the last person to throw gang signs on that stage.
How we get this Negro a degree?
And because where I was walking, they're right in my face. So the crowd's like over here, but they are like on the far side, so I can see them directly.
Right.
And they just.
So what'd you graduate in? Like for the people to know.
Ryerson School of Journalism.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the best journalism school in Canada. That's for you, Carlton. But
jeez,
yeah, you know what it is.
So you got the documentation now. Y'all niggas can't talk to my nigga. You feel me? Big shout outs to the other half of the Mayor's Office podcast. One more round of applause for the boy.
Appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I think this leads into the next topic because this was not on our original notes, but because this happened today, I feel like we should spend a little bit of time on it. Roe versus Wade being overturned. You know, there's still more information to come out. We got to see how the states handle it, but basically, abortion is going to be possibly deadly, literally, in America. So crazy that happened today. It's crazy that this is like a real vote going on. There's a book I read a few years ago, Freakonomics, and they suggest that abortion saved crime in America by...
How is that possible?
I'm about to tell you. By a lot less people were having babies they didn't want to have. And babies that were kind of unwanted were ended up being teenagers who were unwanted. It was teenagers who got into trouble. And so people were having kids because they wanted to, because they had the option of an abortion. Now, that's all speculation. They showed all these numbers of crime going down 12% from the 80s to the 90s and so on.
That influenced the decision, in your opinion?
That the person wrote the book.
Yes.
But I feel like it's just crazy that this is even happening. I feel like, you know, everyone should get to do what they want to do
100%
with their body. But it seems like Supreme Court's kind of going out of the way to kind of like make decisions, which is pretty wild. Like,
yeah, I don't think it's fair that a small group of elitist, older people can influence a decision on women's bodies, essentially. I don't see that as like a fair thing to do, especially going forward. You think that something like that could pass in Canada?
I want to say no, but literally anything is possible. But America is its own special place. I think like this is what I've been saying. Like when you watch something like Handmaid's Tale,
I was about to say,
or there's a new show on Disney Plus about the LDS Church, like, and you watch some of these shows where they're like over dramatizing like the patriarchy. Like it's not as far.
We're like 2 steps away from that.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying that it's like that meme where it says Donald Trump is saying niggers and Joe Biden is niggers with a heart.
Yeah.
like that's like, you know. That's the other thing. Like we're at the heart right now, and you're watching the no heart.
Yeah, we're one step away.
So it's like
sure.
never. We got to remember that at all times. Like we're living in a crazy time.
Yeah, we're going down a dark path, and I feel like when it comes to the pandemic and all these like other large social things that are happening, it kind of opens the door for these things to happen backdoor. You know what I'm saying? Like there's so much focus on these other things, so like let's slide these bills and these smaller things going by, and less people will notice. You know what I mean? How many women were within that ability to vote for this bill?
Let's look it up. Supreme Court justices. I know that they were really worried when Ruth passed, because Ruth was a woman who was on the Supreme Court for a long time.
I feel like out of 100, I think I saw it was like 24 women.
No, there's not 100 Supreme Court justices. One man, woman, man, woman.
No, I mean like 24%.
Okay, so it's 2 out of the 9.
2 out of the 9? Yeah, I was close enough.
That math adds up.
Yeah. The math is mathing.
But that's the crazy thing is it shouldn't take, it has to be a woman on there to get the votes right, you know?
Yeah.
You would feel like a man should just have the common sense, but common sense ain't so common.
Well, when you're in a room full of Caucasian men of 70 plus,
crazy.
The mentality is a little bit different. So
listen, that LDS Church, that documentary is actually.
You said that's on Disney Plus?
There's a show on Disney Plus that's like a dramatization with Andrew Garfield, and then there's a documentary on Netflix.
Yes. I saw the trailer for it. You're right.
That show is actually really good. The documentary, you gotta watch, man. It is, and I'll say this: anyone who grew up in the church, I know we're totally going past the news here, but
this is a church podcast.
For anyone who grew up in the church, you gotta watch the show about the LDS, because they take it to the 10th degree. They have a rule in there that says you need 3 wives to get into heaven, and I said wild. And then mind you, the leader of the church has like 28 wives.
Man, as a full concubine.
And I started watching it, and they said, oh, the leader, he's not gonna die. When it's time for him to die, God will come resurrect him and he'll live forever.
Yeah.
And they all believed it. Man's getting there dead sick, can't walk, this, that. He dies, and everyone just doesn't know what to do.
Damn near cultist, bro.
No, his son says, I'm him now. That's me.
Transfer of consciousness.
And they all just follow.
And they said, all right, fam.
That's crazy, man.
Sign me up.
Yeah. So yeah, it's
once you have a control over the people, you can do a lot. They sip the Kool-Aid, I sip the Appleton.
Come on. listen, we see what Drake is doing to a lot of minds out there. So Beyonce as well.
We're gonna blame the boy.
Yeah, the boy, the girl, all of them, all of them.
Oh man. So what else is up? What's good?
We have on here Pearson Airport being a mess. I just wanted to...
Yeah, what happened with that, bro? I haven't been on a flight in a minute.
No, I don't know what's going on, but it seems like it's just a mess over there.
Yeah.
I just want to give them a shout out for them being a mess at a time like this. Like, the rule just changed for those who are not vaccinated to get onto planes.
Yeah. I did see that.
And it's like, this is a great time for y'all to be a mess.
Yeah.
But shout out to y'all for being a mess at this time. That's all I want to say about it.
I have a family member that's unvaccinated. I'm not gonna say who or anything like that. As soon as this whole thing passed and everything, this person got on a quick setup to go to Mexico. This person is going to Mexico next weekend, you know? Not wasting time, bro. Yo. So yeah, I can definitely imagine Pearson Airport being a mess. A lot of flights got canceled. We're gonna get my boy on the podcast just now, C4. He just came off a flight, but one day was delayed. And that was Air Canada. So even the top airlines are experiencing a lot of problems. So
it's a mess. It's a mess.
When's the last time you went on a flight?
I'd probably say January.
January?
Yeah, January.
Okay.
So yeah, at least in this calendar year.
Don't worry, we'll be good when the podcast gets signed. You, me, and Chris, we're gonna be flying city to city.
Okay, let's call it now, Chris. What's your like? If you had to do a draft of cities, let's go American cities. Okay, draft of American cities you want to go pod at. What first draft? What are you taking?
First pick. New Orleans.
Okay, Mardi Gras on the brain.
What's your first pick?
Atlanta.
Atlanta first
I feel
pick?
like we can get a lot of artists from the city to come up on the pod. So I'm going to go with Atlanta.
Okay. I'm going to go Portland.
Portland, you want to go to Nike Factory. You're not trying to pod.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
This nigga wants Blazers.
The pod audio will be the same in every city. I'm seeing something.
We will go on tour. Mark my words. Don't worry. It's happening. I'm writing it down, setting it in stone. You know what? We had Gordon on the episode. The last episode, he gave me a lot of positive energy and he said we're going to make it. So I'm putting this on you, Gordon. If we don't make it, I'm going to come find you. I'm going to come find you, Gordon.
Yo, nah, listen, I just spoke our tour into existence right now. The three places we just said.
Yeah.
The first stops on the tour. We just set the
That's going to be a wild flight pattern, man. What do you say? Sorry, what do we say? Atlanta, New Orleans, and Portland.
Yeah.
We're going all over the place, bro. That's crazy.
We need some days off.
We
some rest days.
Or at least find some cities in between to make it worthwhile.
New York.
Like,
we'll go to New York first at least.
We could probably go over the Midwest. We don't need to stop there, but
a Buffalo date probably makes sense.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? See Benny and them. Yeah, I feel you.
I mean, he'll want to see us.
Yo,
shit. There you go. So some things happened that we missed. I think it was probably the weekend we potted last.
Yeah.
But the Warriors won the championship.
Yeah. Back to the Bay.
How do you feel about this?
Okay, so I'm indifferent to a certain extent.
Okay.
I don't mind the dynasty. I don't mind Steph.
I don't mind the dynasty.
No, that's cool, man. I'm not a Golden State fan by any means, although Toronto, we did beat you guys. I'm not a Golden State fan by any means.
Okay.
I rate Draymond to an extent that you need a nigga on your team that talks shit.
Okay.
But I just don't rate how much shit he talks for the level of play that he provided that series. You know what I mean? Give me like some good numbers and then like I'm not expecting 40-point games out of Draymond. That's impossible. But I look back.
It's impossible.
It's impossible. I think his career high is like 37 or something like that.
Yeah.
So I look back on their other finals games and Draymond was putting in work, like 32 points. Like he had a 16 rebound game against the Cavs. He had like some big games.
Triple-double in game 7.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like he had some big. I'm not trying to just make this about Draymond, but I need that top guy, one of the top guys, one of the former All-Stars, Defensive Player of the Year. If you're talking mad shit, give me something. He had a shit series. Like Steph 100% deserved this Finals MVP. And big shout outs to the Canadian Andrew Wiggins getting that ring. He dealt with a lot of slander, and I'm happy to see that.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Draymond did talk a lot of shit. I know a lot of people are really pissed about that, but they won.
They won.
Basketball's about winning games.
Yo, if you talk shit and win, nobody can say nothing to you.
That's the thing is I feel like, first of all, he played trash for a lot of games. Like, it was bad. But at the same time, I'm like, you rather someone play trash and win than someone, play trash and win, and then someone like talk shit and they play well and you lose.
I'd rather get that chip, bro.
You know?
And there's a lot of star players that will tell you the exact same thing that play in the league.
It's crazy. And I'll say this, like, I've been a Steph fan for a long time. And as much as it's cool when KD got there, it was like, let the man Steph cook, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm happy to see him get his love now. And it's crazy because everyone, they're not apologizing enough. I got to say it. That's not an apology enough because Game 6, everyone said, Game 7, coming back. We're going to come back for Game 7.
Yeah, a lot of people, I think Warriors are underdogs that game.
Yeah.
If you're betting. Yeah.
Everyone was saying, all right, it's going to Game 7. I still think Celtics win this. And I knew the Warriors had them figured out. And when the Warriors won, it was like, oh, of course they won. They're the Warriors, you know?
Yeah.
When everyone was doubting them 48 hours earlier. So I thought that was interesting that no one, you know, everyone's like, we knew they were going to win, you know, the Warriors. I thought that's pretty disrespectful, but
even after the first game when Boston won, you can tell the championship DNA in Golden State. They weren't stressed.
Not sure.
They were nonchalant. They're just like, you know what, we're gonna get it back, and they were confident, cool, and collected. And you could see from the top guys that energy trickled down to the bottom guys, like the Gary Payton II, like the Jordan Poole, like those type of guys. You know what I mean? Even Kuminga came in for some spot minutes here and there. So yeah, shout outs to them for sure.
Yeah, 4 out of 8. I gotta say that I think the Warriors gotta be like, at least in the modern era, up there with the like Lakers and the
Chicago
and the Bulls.
Yeah,
because 6 out of 8 finals is like,
it's not bad, man.
You know?
Yeah.
So it's like
4.
No, it's 4 wins. I'm saying 6 out of 8 finals.
Oh yeah, for sure. You know? Final appearances, yeah. You're right.
6 out of 8 finals is not bad.
Yeah,
4 wins, and it's like, every time they made the playoffs, they made the finals.
It's almost like those bad years after the Raptors chip. It helped them because then they figured out Jordan Poole. He had a lot of playing time. Yeah. They got that 4th pick to get Kuminga. Was it Kuminga the 4th pick?
No, Wiseman was 2nd pick.
Wiseman was 2nd. What was Kuminga?
7 or 8, I think.
Was he 7?
Because it was the next year.
Yeah. You're right. So you got 2 lottery picks out of Wiseman didn't even play.
Yeah, Wiseman
so that's just an asset. Kuminga's getting spot minutes. He's a defensive player of the year candidate in the future. I personally believe. And then Jordan Poole's a fucking bucket.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Party. So they got a lot. Toscano Anderson, like they got a lot of solid pieces. Moody's good too.
Now they have a real squad. Like, I feel like they should be good, like, going forward.
100%.
So.
They might go for the chip next year too. You never know.
Yeah.
The NBA still has some shaking up to do. Like, how you feeling about the offseason stuff?
So the Kyrie thing, I don't really think he's gonna go nowhere.
Yeah, Kyrie's a super villain.
I just think that it's not that. To me, I think Kyrie and Brooklyn are both just like freaking out, and they both just gotta chill out. Because where's Kyrie really gonna go? What's Kyrie really gonna do? Like,
there's some teams that'll take Kyrie.
No teams will take him, but like, if he has to go there, he has to work with Brooklyn to go there.
Yeah,
know?
fair.
So it's like, at least work, because they gotta help you get there if you're gonna get there.
So if you're the front office in Brooklyn, you can't offer Kyrie the max, or are you giving him the max? Like, how's the conversations going?
I'm not giving Kyrie the max.
Because of the years leading up that you've had him, right? Like the things that have gone.
Every year he's played in the NBA, he either gets hurt in the playoffs every year, or just doesn't play a lot in the season, or just
he's just been a headache.
Or it's Kyrie and just says, I don't feel like it.
Yeah,
you know, like he's never played 70 games before, and he never will. So it's like, I can't give you a max. You know, it's not like you're Kawhi. Like, Kawhi is like, either
he's an investment for the playoffs.
You know, Kawhi is like, you're in a walking boot or you're the best man on the planet. You know.
Yeah, true.
Kyrie is like, you're really good, but you might not even be.
You're not worth the trouble and the hassle.
Yeah, I'd give him like 3 years or something, 2+1, something like that.
Ooh, maybe a 3+1.
If there's some kind of like, you know, you got to play a certain
incentives,
because Kyrie's almost 30 if he's not 30 yet.
Yeah, true. This is gonna be his last big contract.
Yeah, so
I agree.
Kyrie at 33, bro, is like, yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
It's a whole different story.
And then you have the whole Durant situation, and then Ben Simmons hasn't even played a fucking game since the playoffs. What, last year?
Yeah,
or year before last now, since the season's over. So yeah, there's a lot of question marks on that team. They do have the pieces to compete for a chip, but we'll see how that goes. There's a lot of moving pieces. Bradley Beal, you don't know what's gonna happen there. Portland's trying to make all these random moves. I don't trust that franchise. Los Angeles, you know, everybody wants to go to Los Angeles. So I don't know. The NBA could look a lot different next year.
Yeah, I feel like one of these guys is not going to pick up their option. James Harden, Beal, Dame.
I think James is going to stay.
one of those guys is gonna get moved, I think.
Yeah, for sure. There's gonna be some shake up and some new team that got everybody hyped up. We saw it last year with Chicago.
I'm saying this episode 16 from whenever
from episode 200. Yeah,
I just hope that we keep up to 200. Hope we keep OG that whole time.
Until episode 200.
Yeah, episode 200. I want OG to still be on
and
the team.
We record it once every 2 weeks. Yo, OG's gonna be here for a minute.
Yo, OG's gonna be a coach at that time.
Shout out to OG, man. I hope we don't trade you to Portland, man. Stay here, bro.
I want OG to stay on the team still.
We need you.
100%.
All right. So, last episode.
Yes.
I told you that I had a friend flying in straight from Jamaica. He came here specifically to combat your opinions when it comes to Mr. Kendrick Lamar.
Yes.
But before we even get to that, I want to give one of my close friends a shout out. Longtime listener of the pod. He's listened to all 15 episodes.
Yep.
Big shout outs to my friend for the better part of a decade. One of my homies, probably be the MC at my wedding.
Big pressure, bro.
His name's Brennan Chin, but we don't do the governments here. We call him C4.
Respect for the intro, dog.
Got you.
Yo, big up.
How's your flight?
You know what my flight was, Ralph. So, yo, not to bog it down, but long story short, bro, get to the airport in Kingston, obviously, at, I want to say about 8 a.m. Flight's supposed to be leaving 11. So, yo, I'm being a good traveler. Get there 3 hours before, you know, like what your parents tell you 3 hours and get there, look at the thing, the flight's saying, like the flight's supposed to leave at 11 a.m. It's saying that the flight's now leaving at 6:30 p.m.
Ooh, that's a big jump.
That doesn't add up. That doesn't add up.
So, yo, I took work off, you feel me?
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, you know, I'll get through security, I'll get some work done, you know, I'll chill. Start to ask a couple questions, I get kind of different explanations as to what's going on, you know. But eventually the story is, yo, the Air Canada plane took off from Toronto to come to Kingston, turned back halfway due to some kind of mechanical thing.
Damn.
Very
landed back in Toronto and they're trying to figure it out. Then as we get the updates, they're like, all right, Air Canada got another plane. It's going to leave Toronto soon. And then eventually say, all right, it's left Toronto. So in that time, the flight delay is like from 6:30. Now they're saying it's leaving 8 p.m.
Yes.
Oh my
So
days.
keep in mind, I'm at the airport from 8 a.m., bro. So I'm chilling at the
These
airport.
guys fucking with my dog, man.
I'm chilling at the airport. And I want to say around 4:30 p.m. Wifey touched me and she's like, yo, the flight is canceled. I was like,
Jeez.
you have jokes.
Yo.
I look around on the thing, the
She's
screen, bro.
Dead ass.
Canceled. No prior announcements, nothing.
They don't want you to win.
Man, they disrespected my boy.
They don't want you to win. They don't want you to win.
And then even getting out of the airport after it was canceled was a hassle, dog.
It's a mess.
They're like, yo, you can't get out the way you came in. And they're like, all right, where should we exit from? Go around this, so.
Round
Where's
this.
Yup.
And when you go around this, so there's nobody there, bro.
Man, I hate when they tell you to go around Deso, man. I hate that shit.
Yeah. But you know, not to bog it down, but yo, next day we'll come back. The flight is delayed 3 hours again. Eventually I make it here and I was coming in for a wedding. I'm 4 hours late for the wedding.
4 hours late
But,
for the
turn
wedding.
up was real at the wedding, so you know.
At least you got there. You feel me?
At least you made it. At least you made it. If you didn't make the wedding at all.
And that's the whole purpose
of your trip.
Of the trip. So you came up, you're here from Jamaica. You and me ended up going to the art gallery, the art event. We saw Gordon Rowe. Shout out to Gordon Rowe again.
Shout out Gordon, yeah.
How would you find the event? You know what I mean? Adriel, he was a little busy. He was a little hungover off the graduation party. He wasn't able to make it. How'd you find it? It was good?
Yeah, yo, I was actually looking forward to meeting this guy there because he told me he was going to be there.
Yeah.
So I was going to start the conversation, you know, hip hop from
there,
but
you're going to start threatening me, okay?
nah, not like that, bro. But
the real Jamaican badman.
But nah, yo, as I told you while we were there, I'm like, yo, I would legit do an event like this once a month, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like that's probably my first event of that type of nature in the city. And I mean, like prior to living back in Jamaica, like for the most part. I was here for 12, 13 years, right? And I'd never been to an event like that in the city.
It was upscale. The vibes were good.
Yes.
You know, everybody was dressed proper up for the event.
Yeah, I saw Gordon's ankles.
Yeah. You know, when you see a man's ankles, you know the dress code's up.
Yeah.
It's not for no reason.
Exactly.
Low cut socks type vibe.
Low cut socks, you know what I mean? The no shows. You feel me?
Yeah, I don't have any of those, so maybe it's a good thing I didn't go. But it looked like it was good though. Honestly, I was like, this is where I wish I wasn't busy for stuff like this.
Yeah, for sure. But the next one, we will be there. But C4, we brought you on the pod. We're going to start talking. We got topics. You listen, but now you're actually here. Let's get it, Adriel. What's next for us to talk about?
Well, I do want us to start with this Drake, Kendrick, Cole thing. That's first and foremost what we got to get
So
into.
what was your take on the last, like it was 2 episodes ago. What was your take?
And obviously things have happened since this take.
All right, yeah.
So obviously, so a lot of recency bias. But I said I had J. Cole 1, Drake 2, and Kendrick 3.
Performing as well.
And I think that Drake should be the undisputed number 1 at all times, regardless. That's my take. Kendrick and Cole, you're 2 or 3, wherever you want to go, but I think Drake should always have that number 1 spot in perpetuity.
So this is, just for the listeners and the watchers to know, this is like the overall aspects of an artist. You have those 3 in that particular order.
You know what I compared to? I compared to like Bron, Steph, and KD. Like in one season, you could say KD outplayed LeBron, or in one season, you could say Steph outplayed Bron.
So they're interchangeable.
But over the totality of it, you're going to have Bron where Bron is.
Okay.
You know?
So what is your 1, 2, and 3 when it comes to that?
Bro, you know that. Kendrick, Cole, Drake. Like, if I had to pick a top 3, Drake wouldn't even be in there, bro.
Who would you have in Drake's spot?
Damn.
In Drake's spot? I mean, all right, what I'll say, like, to play, like, anti-devil's advocate or whatever you want to call it, like, if you're going from the perspective of entertainers and you're talking about those 3, then, there's nothing wrong with your opinion, bro. Drake is a top entertainer.
For sure.
But if we're talking MCs, rappers, in my opinion, that's just a little bit different.
So who would you have in the 3rd spot then, if not Drake?
Or if not Drake?
Yeah, who do you
like my personal top 3 MCs or just of this generation?
No, of that 3. That's their own era.
Of that 3?
Yeah.
Oh, of that 3, yeah. It's Kendrick, Cole, and if we're only considering those 3, Drake.
No,
if I had to bring in another man,
bring in someone else
from this kind of era.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a tough one, yo. I mean, I'd throw just a random name in there, like, let's say, I don't know, bro. I wasn't prepared for that question.
It's all good.
So,
Adriel, you go to a lot of shows, right?
Yes.
I understand that. I know you. Have you seen a show from all 3 of these gentlemen? Because you put performance in your categories.
I do. I have not seen J. Cole. I have not seen J. Cole
live.
live.
Okay.
I've seen Kendrick live twice, about to be 3 times this summer.
Okay.
Drake, I've seen come out at a bunch of shows, but I've never been to a Drake concert.
Okay.
But I'll give you my kind of explanation as to why. Because I think Kendrick is not even in the rapper category. He's just an artist, you know? You could just put him with like visual artists, like anyone. He's just an artist.
Yes.
But Drake is like the Michael Jackson of this generation. And if you go by history,
in terms of entertainment value,
just to like what he like who he is, what he means to the culture, what he's accomplished, like he's the Michael Jackson. And I would say that Michael Jackson is someone who people don't argue about his kind of GOAT status. Someone can like Prince more. Like I've been a Prince fan more than a Michael fan. Teddy Pendergrass was even before Michael.
100%.
You know, you could have who you like more, Lionel Richie, whatever it is. But because of what Michael is, you just don't even dispute it. Michael's where he is. I think Drake has accomplished that level of things. Like, it has not been that many times in the history of hip hop where the biggest like artist in the world is a rapper. There's been a few times for sure, but someone who's like from hip hop who raps as the biggest artist in the world, I think this
is the first time that's ever happened.
And I think that's what Michael was in the 80s.
Yeah.
I think that's what Drake is now. And hip hop is kind of how young hip hop is. This is like historic. And there's no guarantee that someone's gonna do this again afterwards. Even how big Jay was, Kanye was, like they weren't always the biggest artists in the world
100%.
for an extended period of time.
So I think you have to attribute we'll get to your point. I think you have to attribute the growth of rap and hip hop to Drake's success to an extent. Because you're right. Hip hop and rap weren't really on the forefront until like recently, the last 15 years. You know what I'm saying? It was always a secondary music genre to a lot of people. So, but anyway, your point.
So, all right. Adriel just likened Drake to MJ, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can see where you're kind of drawing those parallels, but I think it's different levels. So like, especially when I'm talking about stuff like hip hop, like I'm a big sports guy, mostly football, European soccer, whatever. I like to break things down into like, you have like S tier. Yes. That's like God tier.
Yes.
A tier, B tier, and below, right?
Yeah.
I'd say Drake is like top level A tier when we're talking entertainers, right?
Yeah.
There's a select few entertainers, pop artists, whatever genre they come from, that operate in that S tier space.
Okay.
Off the top of my head, I can tell you a couple. As much Madonna. I'm not a Madonna fan.
Okay.
We're talking the Beatles.
Yes.
Obviously, Bob.
Yes.
MJ.
And there's a few other people. Whitney Houston probably hit those.
You don't think Drake's in that? You don't think Drake's in that group?
No. And let me tell you why. And it's gonna sound idiotic. But have you ever seen a clip of a Drake show where you have 100 catties fainting in the front row?
No.
Catties are women, for those that don't know.
All right, sorry. Yeah. 100 women just fainting in the front row.
Sometimes. He gets extra sometimes. Not on the same level as a Michael or even Mariah.
Yo, can you go to like an uncontacted tribe out in the middle of the Amazon rainforest? Do they know Drake's name? Probably not, but they probably know MJ. There's probably a one man with a Michael Jackson shirt.
True, or Snoop Dogg. Yeah.
And that's why I say it's first generation, because Drake is also the streaming generation. Because if you go, here's the thing: if you go prior to streaming, Eminem was the biggest a rapper had ever been, you know?
That's
but because he's white, I have no problem discrediting white people. So we can just take him out of the balance completely.
No, naturally speaking.
Naturally, Tupac also was on that level, but he had all that success. Well, a lot of it was after he died that took him to that next level. Nelly was also on that level in terms of success.
He had his time. He had his time.
And 50 was as well. But as I said, hip hop is so young that it's like all these guys had maybe 5 years of that time.
Yeah.
Drake having it for it. We're going on 13 years now.
It's a hell of a run,
and
bro.
Hip hop, it's from 80 to 2022. Hip hop is 40 years old, 42. If we're saying from let's start from there.
Yeah.
If Drake has been this guy for 25% of that time of the history of hip hop,
you have to respect it.
And I'll say this, like, he's not on the level, I think, of as good as rapping as a J. Cole or Kendrick is now. It was close at one point, for sure. I think when Drake was really rapping back in the day. But now I don't think it's as close. But I think that it's just, the space is too far. That's what I think. The space between how good he is at rapping and the difference in level of artist that he is. Because he's still, it's not like hip hop doesn't listen to Drake anymore. Drake is still big in hip hop. Like every NBA team will tell you they bump him in the change room.
100%.
It's different if Drake was like, basically we don't listen to him at all anymore.
And a pop man.
But him still being like, you want to hear his feature with 21. You want to hear his feature with Lil Durk. You want to hear his feature with Future.
Yeah.
Like that. That's why I compared it to Michael Jackson, because even if it was more pop songs, the core was still rocking with him all the way through.
I'll say this, right? The level of depth you got in Just Now was a bit different than like, you made a kind of off the cuff remark the first time. And I remember WhatsApping Ralph, shout out to WhatsApp, third girl kind of thing. I was like, yo, because I mean, this is our
I had 3 niggas message me after that, yo.
This is our first time meeting, right? But yo, by listening to the podcast, I kind of get to know where you stand with hip hop and certain things. So I'm like, yo, I do expect a take like that from this man, like, yo, how can he say? But then, obviously, if we're looking at it, you'd break it down more now. We're talking about status, entertainment, that level, like...
I'm thinking of it as hip-hop history. And in hip-hop history, where we've gotten this far is from the people we've had at the top of hip-hop.
All right, but there's different ways you can pre that, right? Like, look at it this way.
Pre means see that.
Yeah. To analyze intently, Jamaican word pre, right? If you look at what Kendrick has accomplished, right?
Yes.
Kendrick if we're looking at quote unquote conscious rappers across from the 40 odd years of where hip hop has been, there's never been a guy that raps about the stuff that Kendrick raps about, that raps the way Kendrick raps.
Never, yeah.
That has attained this level of commercial success that has attained a level where I'm pretty sure, I don't know for a fact, I'm pretty sure there's universities, colleges in the States teaching classes about this man's
No, for
music.
sure.
Yeah,
for sure. I
yeah,
think
yeah.
The man won
he's
a
an artist.
Pulitzer Prize.
First time in history.
The first time
it's
in
art.
history that, not even a pop song, the first time in history that a non-classical or jazz piece of work has won a Pulitzer
Half
Prize.
respected.
Yeah.
And when you check Kendrick's streams on Spotify, is in the billions.
No, he's up there. He's up there. But it's like this, like, even with all that being said, and this is like how, much of Drake is, like, how many of your parents or grandparents can know who Drake is compared to know who Kendrick is?
That's absolute fact.
All right.
And
that's true.
And this is why I bring up Michael and Prince, because I'm a Prince fan to my core.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's like, at a certain point, what Michael has done is so undeniable that if you want to call them the same genre, in that genre, you got to name Michael first and foremost. And I think, like, whatever hip hop becomes, Drake was the one who was taking it to a lot of people's ears for this extended period of time. And that's the thing too, is like this. I think Rakim is better than anyone around DMC at rapping. That's fair?
No. 100% fair.
Fair. Yeah. If Run DMC's run was for 15 years instead of 5, you know what I'm saying? You'd have to put them with the Outkast, the Wu-Tangs, whatever.
100%.
Even though they never rapped on that level, you know? Because when you're so young as like, a genre, whoever kind of takes it the farthest.
Commercial level and pioneers, in that way.
But it has to be a mix of both, because it's like this, like, the Beatles aren't the best pop music ever, they're not. But because of what they did
in their time,
they always had to be named regardless. So it's like, I think we're in the moment now, and we're smarter as hip hop fans.
100%.
That we're always focusing on who's actually the best technical part of it.
Yeah.
When I think history doesn't always focus on that.
It says something to own an era, for sure.
Yeah.
No, definitely. And I mean, I'm a man where there was I'm a hip hop snob. Bro. And there was a point in time where, like, in my teen years to like early 20s, I listened to only backpack shit, underground shit. I'd scoff at commercial shit. But I get older, get a little more mature. And I realize that, when you're putting together, like, people always ask you, what's your top 5s? If a man asks me, what's my top 5, right? My top 5 personally across hip-hop, Kendrick recently made his way to number 1.
Okay.
For all the hip-hop heads out there, Doom, MF Doom, number 2.
R.I.P.
Black Thought,
yes,
number 3. Nas coming in at number 4. And then at that 5th spot, I like to say it's Mos Def at his prime, but Mos Def was only at his prime for like 6 years.
Yeah.
And then Jay.
Okay.
But then if you ask me the top 5 entertainers in the rap industry of all time, I do have a top 5 list for that. That's probably rotating, but all I know, Drake, Kanye, and Jay-Z are the top 3 of all time.
Yeah.
They're not necessarily the best MCs of all time, but rap entertainers, and you can't touch those guys.
So I think Drake. I feel like he's kind of the exception to the rule in that sense. It's like when 50 was at his peak, people would always put 50 in their conversation when 50's not no lyrical
miracle.
Yeah. But just off of like the tracks were good. He's talking that real. 50 kind of bypassed, all that to be put in the conversation because it was at that level.
Yeah.
So I think Drake probably, like, all the guys who you would just bypass, put them in the conversation, Drake raps as good, if not better, than a lot of those guys. But just straight raps, you're right. He can't hang in your top 5. It's just straight raps.
So one of my issues with the take that you had, like, I'm so glad you explained it in depth, is you're so quick to say the performances. Having Kendrick 3rd for performances, I don't think that's fair. I would have him either 1 or 2 when I'm bringing up those 3. I have J. Cole actually last in terms of actual performances. From what I've personally seen, not just like, I haven't seen a J. Cole show, but just seeing like how he's performed in like certain award shows and things like that. I feel like Kendrick has brought out
that's
more
what I was gonna
magnificent
say. I think Kendrick
performances.
performs better at award shows than he does in person. I see him in person.
How many times have you seen him in person?
Twice.
Okay.
And I don't think he's the same level as what I assume I see him at an award show. I feel like at the award show he's like amazing.
Different level.
Yeah. But then like normally in concert he's just like.
All right, let me ask a question because I've seen Cole perform twice. I've seen Kendrick perform once, and I've seen Drake perform, but only when Cole brought him out and then Kendrick brought him out. So all these shows are in Toronto.
Yeah.
So then for context, Kendrick I saw at the height of Section 80. Before Good Kid, Mad City.
That's a great time.
The only track from Good Kid, Mad City he had out was the one with Dre that was like near the last track.
The Recipe?
Yeah, Recipe.
Yeah.
And then I saw Cole during Friday Night Lights.
Daughter in a Dream.
Yeah. And then I saw Cole again after, what was Cole's second studio album?
Born Sinner?
Yes, after Born Sinner. And I can tell you, and then obviously both mans, because I watch all these shows in Toronto, brought out Drake to a level of hype. And yo, and Kendrick was raw at that time. But at that time, I was like, yo, this dude is special.
Yeah.
He is. He's one of a kind. Honestly.
And I mean, for me, I'm just a Kendrick fan from day one, from like Section 80, you know? Like, shout out my boy Nasha for basically telling me who Kendrick is. But that being said, I've never been to a Drake show. I'm not a Drake fan. I've always thought Drake is a biter, even when Drake was so-called quote-unquote spitting.
This is a Toronto podcast, man.
Sorry. Yo,
the OBO shooters are watching us.
But yo, even when Drake was a so-called spitter, Drake was biting Fonte's style, bro.
Little brother was
100%. He was definitely doing his Fonte impression.
Yeah. Like, you know?
I think this is like the difference for me. My GOAT is Jay. Like Jay,
I have no issues with that.
Jay, I think has that like title, but I think hip hop rules are different because hip hop is so young. That's why I brought up Run DMC is like, if Rakim never came along and changed the way people were rapping, like I think about how long that could have gone on for, and how do you even like quantify that? It's like Q-Tip. Q-Tip is amazing.
Yeah,
but Q-Tip isn't rapping to the level of Joey Badass.
No, he isn't.
You know, and it's just like it's like watching someone dribble in the '60s. Compared to watching Kyrie Irving.
Yeah.
I'll fuck up Jerry West right now, bro. I'll tell you that right now. Jerry West can't check me, bro.
That's
the logo, bro.
Yo, so I think the best way to end this debate, or rather conversation, this friendly spar, is to have Chris say who his top 3 are between Drake, Cole, and Kendrick. Chris, give it to us. In order.
This is my personal, right?
Yeah.
Easy. Drake, Cole, Kendrick.
All right.
Yeah.
We heard it from Chris himself.
Yeah, came all the way from James. They got L, dog.
Chris himself. At the end of the day, Chris gets paid the big bucks. So he's right.
Yep. I'm just trying to keep, maybe future ties, So
Chris is trying to make sure the invoices keep coming to my account. Don't worry, Chris, you're straight. I appreciate that.
It's all good. It's all
right,
good.
So Adriel, let's talk about what's next on the list here.
Listen, it feels good to take a win. A win is a win, no matter how it goes.
We'll call it it's a sub win. It's not a win-win, but
home court
it's
advantage,
2-on-1 right
now. We can do these together.
Yeah.
Honestly, Nevermind by Drake and the Beyonce song. Did you hear the Beyonce song?
No, did it drop at midnight tonight?
Break the line.
It dropped like last week, bro.
Beyonce,
so,
dog.
All right. So when it comes to Honestly Nevermind, I have a couple like things that came on my mind with that. I wasn't overall fucking with the album. Personally, I'm not really big on dance music. There was 3 songs I was rocking with. I think it's Liability, Sticky, and 21 Savage is my guy. So I'm fucking with the Jimmy Crooks. So outside of those 3, it's not really big on me. But I do understand that some of these songs are gonna be playing in different venues
For sure.
all summer. So.
Yeah.
I didn't listen to your take on your pod, but like, please give the people of the Mayor's Office podcast your take.
I think the album's good. I think it's actually better than some other Drake albums, but it's just a different sound.
Yeah.
Like, like if you take away that's not hip hop and just think of it as just objectively, I think it's better than CLB. I probably say it's better than Scorpion. I think that he just like can't really sing. That's my only issue. Like if this was like The Weeknd, like how like it would be so fire to me.
Yeah.
But like it sounds like he's whining on so many of these songs, and I'm like, who hurt you, fam? Like
It's the light skins, man. It's the Timbits, bro.
It's the light skin Timbits.
It's the back of the Timbits.
So it's like, I don't know. I'm not with his whiny voice, but there's actually some good songs on here, and I've heard them being played out already. So it sounds like I was wondering, like, are y'all gonna really play this out? And already it's been a lot. I've heard a lot of them. So
yeah. I'm gonna be going out tonight. This is gonna be my first night going out since the album. So I look forward to see it, like how it vibes out in the club and seeing the dynamics and the parties and shit like that.
Yeah,
I know you didn't listen to it.
No. Why do you assume that?
You're not big on Drake, man.
Bro, I mean, all right, I'm a man. I'll listen to anything at least once.
Fair enough.
Okay.
That being said,
respectable qualities.
I listened to the Drake album for all of maybe 13 minutes. I listened to the first 20 seconds of each song, heard what
Nigga.
it wasn't gonna get past that. No, but then I realized it wasn't a hip hop album. The man made a dance album.
Yeah,
I'm not
He
a
made a
dance
dance
fan.
album.
Yo, I couldn't listen to it. I literally I came from an event when the album came
Yeah?
out, and I was like, yo, let's hear some raps. I'm ready.
Your bars.
If you're reading
Instagram captions.
Yo, I heard it was the intro. I stopped it. I texted some people. I'm like, what is this? Tell me. Let me know from now. I don't want to listen to this whole thing. It's gonna be whack. They're like, it's house music. I just literally turned it off, listened to a podcast on the way home.
I'm not big on house music,
I
bro.
couldn't.
No, but that's what I'm saying, bro. Back to all right, you're an anime man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm about to say.
Mm-hmm. Talk to me.
That Kakashi Sharingan rap, dog. Or
You said
whatever it is.
Copy Ninja Flow?
Yeah. Like the man is realizing that house and kind of Afrobeats popping right now. Man is like, yo, he probably told Fatih like, yo, let's make a house album, dog.
And just let's fuck with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get out
You
the
can do whatever you
contract.
want.
It's like out of nowhere.
He is at that
Wild.
point where he can do whatever the fuck he wants.
It's wild. No, it's wild to me.
And I mean, it's derivative, and I mean, I don't listen to house. I don't know what good house music's supposed to sound like.
Yeah.
But I won't listen to that.
I'm not in the house music circle. I keep hanging around these blacks too much. I need to diversify myself.
He's black.
That circle, that Juneteenth circle.
On that note, bro, the light skin committee sent me.
Yeah.
Just say, yo, check out what you guys step on, like, if it's violation all year round, or if it was a one-time thing.
Yeah.
But, yo,
I would say we're probably anti light skin on this podcast.
Yeah,
For being
well,
honest,
hey.
at least
They got the snipers on the
I
rooftops.
was gonna say at least anti light skin men.
You know what's funny? I got a lot of light skinned niggas, case in point. I got a lot of light skinned homies and shit like that. I have actually homies that think they're light skinned that actually aren't light skinned.
That's
So
crazy.
I don't care how you associate or whatever.
Transracial?
Yeah. I know a lot of Rachel Dolezal. You know what I'm saying? So
Don't mix me. Don't mix me with that one.
So I'm not trying to diss these guys. So maybe it's the Appleton speaking, but I'm not knocking you guys. Please do your thing. Chris, I wanted to ask you real quick before we go to the next topic. Did you listen to the Drake album?
Yes, I did.
How'd you feel about it?
Honestly, I was hoping for raps.
Mm-hmm.
That's like, I was honestly 100% open for raps, but there's a few songs on it I like, and I like house music. Like I used to DJ, played other stuff, but I'm probably not gonna listen to it that much. However, in my head, Calling My Name has been playing in the back a couple times. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie.
It's calling my name.
And then it drops into that just the minimal beat. Just
Yeah.
Right, but not to but you say you listen to house music.
No,
Is
not
that
a lot. Not a lot. Like a little bit of house music.
hip-hop.
But would you classify that Drake album as good house music?
I'd say it's like middle of the road house music. If you're like
I don't know anything about house music.
I think you're right. If you're like a real house head, I think you'll hear a lot of crazy good remixes of it from like some big producers and stuff like that.
Okay.
like just because
DJ
it's
Pauly
Drake.
D.
Yeah, just like people are gonna just use. I don't know if we're gonna call Pauly D house, but
I said DJ
hey,
Paul.
what did you see some of the producer credits? They had Black Coffee
Yeah, I saw
Yeah, I
that.
saw
on
that.
there. Like I don't know if you
Yeah.
ever listened to Black Coffee,
Mhm.
which you could hear it in there.
Mm-hmm.
But that's like really.
Yeah, I saw that.
nice.
I'm like, yeah, he really doing it.
So you really went and tried to bring in the actual house elements.
Yo, I appreciate the effort then. What I will say, and I feel
Yeah.
like all of you guys will agree, I'm still waiting on that full hip-hop raps Drake album.
Yeah.
I want that before his career is done.
You'll
you
never
think-
get that.
I'll never get it.
He said
You'll
it.
never get that.
See,
You
I was
said you'll never do it?
Yeah, he said never do it.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah.
I was hoping for the same thing. Like,
That's
and
what-
I was like maybe thinking like maybe this was like, yo, get this out, throw it out, and then he'll just surprise drop a
Mhm.
I don't know.
I feel like the industry's going away. I know the next thing you were going to say was the Beyonce track.
Mhm.
It is house vibes too. Do you feel like the industry is kind of trying to lean to that market, or what do you think
I
the
think
deal
that's
is?
just something they're understanding.
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
think that like they're late because I feel like the Latin market has a leg up, and on a worldwide scale. And I think this is probably the best way for the
I
American
think so.
to like.
When I went to Mexico, I don't know if you heard the song when it goes La Mare, La Mare, La Mare. Yeah, that track is fucking huge. bro.
Everywhere.
Everywhere, bro. I heard that song. I was in Mexico for 7 days. I heard it 28 times. I broke the math down.
Yeah, that's quick math. Quick math.
So yeah. I feel like the industry, you're right. It might be a little bit late on the wave still.
Yeah, because I feel like for the fans to both have like a dance track coming out at the same time. Beyonce's done that before, but Drake is like went OD with it.
Yeah.
So it's like, and also too, I'll say this, like I said on the pod with DeMar, thank God that he put Jimmy Cooks at the end. Because if that was not there, we all would be wondering, like, is this nigga done rapping forever?
Yeah.
Like, you know, everyone would be stressed. Like, so thank God he put at least one rap song on there with 21 Savage that were like, you're still in there.
Bro,
I
seen a meme where it said 21 Savage came on the album like when Goku came to Namek.
I'm crying.
He saved the niggas, yo, from
the
Ginyu squad.
Bro. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yo, that was such an emotional scene for me as a youth.
When Goku came down and saved the niggas, bro.
You know, the Frieza saga was long as shit.
It was long as fuck,
and
bro.
Back in the day, you used to have to watch that shit after school.
What?
And
bro, I had to get tapes on the weekend. Like my cousin had tapes, so I was literally on the weekend watching the tapes, just like watching Frieza fucking have his spirit bomb for 3 days.
Yo, like, Frieza was dealing with the spirit bomb, bro, man. Yo, shout out to Frieza, man. He was racist though. He was calling man's monkeys, yo. Frieza was on his Donald Trump shit, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Frieza was a little racist in that bitch, bro.
Yo, Frieza Trump.
Yo, you know what man's racist? When he fucking demolishes a whole planet that he calls monkeys, bro. That's when you know you're at the epitome of racism.
Frieza had no pigment, bro. Frieza was all white except for the purple shit.
Yeah.
It's like one of them congressmen that dealt with the bill, fam. That was definitely Frieza, bro.
Frieza's definitely like.
Yo, hold on. We need to talk about this one day. I know we're a little off topic, but there's a lot of racist mans in anime, bro. The second Hokage from Naruto is mad fucking racist.
You gotta remind me.
So he hates the Uchiha clan, fam. He calls them all scumbags, bro.
Oh, that nigga.
That's racist as fuck,
no,
bro.
But anime being racist, honestly, is my favorite flavor of racism.
There's multiple flavors, there's levels.
For sure, there's levels to this. But my favorite flavor of racism because they try and justify it in such an honest way. You know, anime is so honest. It's all about your heart and shit.
Yeah. Like, friendship.
Literally. So they literally justify it like it makes sense. They're like, it's my honor to disrespect you. Like,
yeah. It's like he has that conviction to call you a monkey.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yo, if Frieza called me a monkey, bro, I don't know, man. I have to go Super Saiyan 3 on that nigga, bro.
I hated Frieza so bad.
Frieza mad disrespectful, but yo, shout out to Dragon Ball Z. That's a part of my childhood, fam.
Yep. You know, I said my little brother, so he's 10 years younger than me, so he's 17 now, turning 18.
Yeah.
And when he watched Dragon Ball Z for the first time, he was disappointed crazy. And it broke my heart.
Like he wasn't fucking with it?
He's like, yo, y'all were overrating this, man.
Man, these fucking kids, man.
And he's an anime head too. I was like,
man.
I really was hurt. He's like, nah, bro, it doesn't stand up.
What's your bro's IG handle? Drew?
No, Drew get it done. Not that one, the other one.
Oh, your other brother. Okay. What's his IG handle? I'm about to.
He's off IG now still.
Oh, he's off IG?
Yeah, he's smart.
Yo, Adriel's brother, when you listen to this, bro, don't ever watch another anime, bro.
You're banned.
You disrespect Dragon Ball Z. I don't want to see you, fam.
Yeah, you're banned from anime.
You're banned from anime, bro.
Yeah.
These kids want to watch the high-speed fights.
Yeah.
Yo, you know what's funny? Now I kind of have more respect just for like action in general because of how long it took for things to go down back in the day.
Yep.
Like an anime to lead up to a fight.
Yeah.
And not even that, bro. Like, you used to have to wait for episodes.
That's what
Nowadays, them streaming the whole season.
Dog.
What?
Yeah.
So just imagine waiting for a fight to happen and the whole episode happens.
And if you miss the episode, bro.
You know what I'm talking about.
And you go school the next day.
The niggas are talking about the episode, bro, and just niggas didn't give you no spoiler warnings in the 90s, fam.
That was
spoiler alert back then.
Feel like a piece of shit moment. Like, yo, every man talking about Dragon Ball Z. Like, you get in trouble with your parents that day and you can't watch Dragon Ball Z.
Dog.
You go to school the next day, every man talking about it. You're like, damn.
Dog, man be like, yo, Goku hit Frieza with the spirit bomb. Be like, nigga, I've been waiting 3 episodes. I missed that.
Literally for that.
I missed that.
And the crazy part is, before we move on to the next thing, I feel like it's an anime thing. In anime, people don't believe in spoiler alerts. Like I would say even now, when Attack on Titan was on, it was hell and high water to avoid spoilers.
Yo, you know what? I'm going to tell you something right now, fam. Nowadays, Wikipedia fucked up the game. You want to know how? If Brennan tells me about an anime and I'm on episode 3 and I type in that character's name on Google, the next thing you see is death.
I want to say that's exactly
And you're fucked. You're
literally,
fucked.
literally.
YouTube.
Don't do it, dog.
Literally, you can't
You'll
do that.
say, yo, Jiraiya's kind of cool, yo. You type Jiraiya, death.
Jiraiya dies.
Like, nigga, I got 30 more episodes with Jiraiya, bro.
Literally.
It's crazy,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, no, anime is the worst for spoiler. That's a fact and a half. Holy.
No, Google out of pocket for that.
No, it's actually
Yo.
disrespectful. So.
Oh man, I'm gonna make this part quick because
Yeah.
we
Chris is running on time. You feel me? Chris got somewhere to be.
the Polaris Prize long list is out. The
Mhm.
short list is announced on the 30th. All Canadian artists out there. Best album of the year. Best Canadian album of the year. Winner gets $50,000. All the long list people get $3,000.
Jeez.
So listen, all my Canadian artists out there, like put your music out, you can get paid for it. The thing I want to say is they had a party for the long list like celebration, and all the black artists got the loudest cheer.
That's
So
big.
black artists getting paid this year.
That's big.
It seems like.
I love to see a black man or woman get money.
Yeah, we ain't mad at that.
Ain't mad at that at all.
This next one, I missed it. You say you missed it as well. Did you see the Omarion versus Mario Verzuz last night?
No, and even if I knew it was on, I wouldn't watch that shit, bro.
This is not the right demographic.
Oh, he hates R&B?
No, they don't play verses in Jamaica.
Oh,
I'm joking.
Like what?
No, yo, I read R&B, but to a certain degree, but like I wouldn't sit on and watch and like spend time watching.
That's
that.
absolutely fair.
Well, I thought that Omarion was going to win. Think he has all these features.
Yeah, I thought that
group.
too prior.
Apparently, Mario watched him and got his Jadakiss on.
Jeez.
Alright,
Jadakiss did his
that's
thing
why
in
he won,
verses.
though.
Yeah. No, what I found with verses, there is a performance aspect to it.
Mhm.
Yeah, 100%.
It doesn't matter if your hits are bigger than the next person's hits. If you perform your hits and time them at the right times, you'll beat your opponent 100% every time.
Yeah, like Keisha Cole and Ashanti. Like,
Exactly. Or how the Locks beat Dipset.
Yeah.
Because all right, when you pre the verses in them, bro, there is a lot of time that has passed since a lot of these people who are on verses has been popping.
Yeah.
So it's like, yo, you have to bring that shit back fresh because a lot of people don't remember. Like, you can't remember if like Omarion had a bigger song or if it was
Mario,
right?
Yeah.
Well, yo, the man who performed at the best on the day get the most.
But yo,
followers.
Mario should be on point, fam. He's on the Millennium Tour,
The Omicron tour.
the Omicron Tour.
Omarion been doing wild shit forever, so I'm not surprised that he lost. I feel like he's just always embarrassing himself.
Shout out to Mario, man. Yo, kids are ruthless, bro. They used to diss Mario when I was younger. Yo.
For what?
The nostrils, fam.
I'm crying.
Yo.
Not even talking about the artistry, bro.
Yo, nostril.
Yeah, no disrespect to Mario, yo. I appreciate your catalog.
Listen. There was a time in my life when I used to send songs to women. That was part of my game, you know,
Yeah.
back in the early internet days. And a song that I got off was Sending a Girl Just a Friend when she asked me how I felt about her. So Mario will always be, you know, will always be dear to my heart for that reason.
Yeah.
I needed a perfect song for that moment. And Mario was just
Mario put a lot of niggas on game.
Yeah.
When in terms of hollering at that girl when you're younger. But shout outs to my favorite movie featuring Omarion.
How many movies feature Omarion?
That's the only one.
Exactly. I know exactly what movie you're talking
and
about.
Omarion has my favorite music video, Vixen, the girl from Touch.
Oh, yeah.
I had a crush on that girl for the better part of a decade, fam. I want to find her. I actually found her recently, and she's not the same. But shout outs to her, man. Shout outs to her.
That's a big one. That's the girl from Touch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the last one we gotta get to, because by the time we do the next pod, this album will be out. Brent Faiyaz. It's Brent Faiyaz time. I'm thinking I'm gonna call it from now. Once he drops, it's gonna be on the next Frank Ocean type of vibes. All I hope is that he doesn't disappear on us. We waited 2 years for this project.
Yeah.
I don't want to wait another 2 years.
I think Brent's on a different energy than Frank.
I hope so.
Yeah, I think he's on the I gotta drop music as much as I can. As opposed to Frank, he just does it when he feels like he's in the right mind space.
Yeah, I think Brent, like, when it comes out, it's gonna be, because I thought I was late to being a Brent Faiyaz fan, like whatever 5 years ago, and all now people are still learning about him, and I feel like he's gonna be the next R&B dude. Like, we don't have an R&B dude right now.
I don't think so.
You don't think he's gonna be the next R&B dude?
No, I think he will be, but I don't think, I agree with you. I don't think that there is a current guy.
Yeah, there's not a current guy, and I think he'll be the guy because he's not like corny like I feel like a lot of R&B dudes are, you know, like always about love and shit. Like,
No, he's toxic as fuck, bro.
Super.
He'll say,
super.
"Yo, I'll fuck my ex and leave the next day." Like he'll say shit like that.
The line where he says, I'm leaving my bitches, whether or not I got a reason.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yo, I've only heard about this dude. I actually have never heard his music.
Nah, he has some good tracks.
Yeah. He's my like track of the day later song.
Okay. That's
yeah. This thing you had in the notes, I didn't even know this happened, so this is like news to me, but Lightyear film banned in multiple countries due to same-sex kiss.
Yeah, like Saudi Arabia, a bunch of other countries that are on the list. But yo, we gotta get with the times, man. Apparently, there's like same-sex kiss within the movie Lightyear. That's in theaters now. It came out last weekend, I think.
Yeah, about 2 weeks now.
Yeah, about 2 weeks now. Yeah, there's a same-sex kiss, two women. And yeah, it's banned in a bunch of countries. I think about 16 countries.
That's pretty wild. I never thought a Disney movie would get banned for something like that.
Crazy, huh?
That's pretty wild.
Times we live in.
And the wild thing too is like, I feel like to ban a whole movie for that is pretty OD. Like if that was like the plot of the movie, different, maybe in some places that's like, going against like this. I haven't seen the movie, but I'm sure that's not the whole plot of the movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
it's like just about two women kissing.
Check it, like, yo, if they were that serious about it, they could have edited that part out.
Yeah, but yo, shout outs to Disney, like holding their guns when it comes to that. Such a big company.
They hold their guns when there's
when it
not that much. Like if it was China banning it, they edit it for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because China is ducats, bro.
Yeah. 100%.
You're not worried about the Saudi Arabia ducats.
Yeah, how much Saudi Arabians gonna watch Lightyear, bro?
Facts.
Come on, dog.
Yo. They say we don't need your dollars.
You say Saudi mans don't fuck with Toy Story, eh?
I mean, I'm not from Saudi Arabia, but
listen. The one thing I will say about this podcast, and I haven't mentioned this before, I checked the logistics. This podcast is international. We have fans in Canada. We have fans in Jamaica. We have fans in the USA.
Okay.
Do not alienate our potential Saudi Arabian
I'm not saying
fans.
that.
All y'all Saudi, rock with us.
I'll say any Saudi man who's listening to this podcast has a more open mind than to ban a film.
There you go.
There you go. That was a great save. That was a great save.
I love it.
Yeah, we have a lot of great segments on this show. This is one of my favorites, the non-rap suggestion of the week.
There you go.
Now, the song that you had broke a record recently for the longest time between going to number one.
Yes. So I had Running Up That Hill by Kate Bush. The song recently broke records because of Stranger Things, the latest season in Stranger Things. It was showcased probably the main song out of that season, I would say.
Definitely.
And that's only volume 1 of the season. And yeah, it's been going crazy right now. And yo, it's actually a really good song. Like I've heard of it in the past, but it's outside of my era. So I started listening to it back again, and yo, it's a nice vibe, yo. It's a nice vibe.
Yeah, I'm happy for her to have her song blow up like that, because I feel like that's just like that's what the internet should be for, like of all the nasty stuff going on the internet, that's what the internet is for.
Positive to come out.
You know what I'm saying? Find something old that you couldn't find before, get it back into the limelight. So yeah, I like that a lot. My song is more hip hop feel, but it's from Brent Faiyaz, so technically it's not rap.
Ooh, how toxic is this song?
It's called Price of Fame. It's one of the less toxic songs. For the real Brent Faiyaz fans, this song has been out for over a year.
Yeah.
But it just came out on streaming today. Video out as well. But this one is like, you can bump this in your car. Like, this is when you can put on the aux right away first and feel safe with it. Like you're in a new spot, you put this on the aux and you're like, okay, this is cool. So yeah, big vibes, Price of Fame. And then you got a creator showcase.
Yes. I have a creator showcase. I don't have the laptop.
I was gonna freestyle it.
Oh, yeah. I'll probably cut this, but yes. So I have a creator showcase. One super funny guy, local guy. He's a stand-up comedian in the city. I actually recently posted a few of his TikToks. His name is, I don't want to butcher your name, but Abbas Wahab. He is hilarious.
I've seen him live. He's really good.
Okay, cool. I've yet to see him live. I want to see him live, but he's super talented. I would love to get you on the podcast. I know he has his own going on, but this guy posts some funny ass videos, bro. I found him on TikTok. He does this series where he does like different Canadian job interviews.
Hilarious.
And it's fucking hilarious, man.
That's the one he posted today.
That's the one I posted today. So yeah, okay. Shout outs to you, Abbas. Keep doing your thing. But yeah, that's the creator showcase today. Shout out to that creator.
He posted one for the Bay.
Oh, the big one was good.
So funny.
The Tim Hortons one was good too. But he posted a Sport Check one, and it hit me in my soul because he talked about the discounts.
I'm crying.
And yo, there was a good era where niggas were only fucking with me because I had a Sport Check discount.
Not just because of that. But,
no, I'm not talking about you, yo.
That's gonna expose
There was
himself.
a bag of niggas, man.
You just want to make sure you know.
Yeah.
I remember that time. That was a hot like
Commodity,
to
fam.
have what like it was like party. It's like part of your personality. Like
Because the Foot Locker discount is ass, bro.
no, it's trash. And two, it's like at that time we're in school, so it's like one of the first things you name is like it's my boy Ralph. Is a discount. Like,
bro, I've had times where I went on lunch when I was working at Sport Check. I was walking back to work and a girl like honked her car and said, "Hey, can I get the discount?" And I'm like, damn. I potentially could get some poems off of the Sport Check discount.
Yo,
this is crazy, bro.
I'm telling you right now, boxing off a discount is crazy.
Nah, I can't.
It's crazy.
Please don't sleep with anyone that wants your discount. But yeah, that is the creator showcase for today. Shout outs to Appleton today, man.
Yo, I just can't. I just was trying to think of it, and I'm like, that's just a crazy way to live for a discount. Anyways, we're good to wrap.
We're good to wrap. All right. I want to give a big shout out to my boy C4. He took the time out to come through to the podcast, longtime listener. I hope from this, a lot of people can diversify their listening and get the Jamaican audience on the podcast.
Come on, there we go.
We need the Jamaican audience on the podcast. We cannot grow without you guys. We love jerk chicken.
Yeah, big shout out to C4 for coming through. Happy we got to have this conversation. I'm happy that I got to win this battle by judge's decision, we'll say.
Shout out to Chris Ferb.
Yeah. But nah, listen, it's great to have you on, man. It's
great to be on, bro.
Good vibes. Thanks to all our listeners that's rocking with us, all the viewers. Listen, please subscribe on YouTube. I don't know what you guys are doing.
Yes, sir.
I'm here sweating on camera every day.
Just for you.
Just for y'all. If you're hearing the audio and you want to see sweat go down my face and see my pores open
there
up.
There are 4 man sweating in this pod right now.
Yo, and I'm from JA, dog. And it's hot.
So if you want to see me sweat in high definition, subscribe to us on YouTube.
The 4K sweat?
The 4K sweat. Subscribe on podcast if you want to hear what me sweating sounds like.
That's on the Patreon exclusive.
Yo, ASMR and me sweating. And until next time, know yourself and know your worth.
Yes. Thanks for listening to this episode. Please subscribe to us on YouTube, Spotify, and anywhere else you can play podcasts.